got done watching a documentary called Bully. I have a few ideas on bullying. I mean, yeah, I was bullied in school, but their hands hurt so much they quit hitting me and they left me alone. And then they went to the verbal attacks. Hmm. But I always say karma has a bitch, and I've seen the results. You go to like the kids on this video. You go to the officials, and all I can tell you is, "Oh, kids will be kids," or, "Well, there's nothing we can do," or if they're, we can't watch every kid. Well, if you're an official and you're in charge of kids, find you another job. I mean, that's what you do. You're supposed to be there for the children to protect them. They're under your care until they go home. But now you're so afraid you're going to piss somebody off that you won't have a job next year. What's a job worth of one kid's life? And I'm talking about the kids that kill themselves because nobody will help them. I've heard this all through my years in school. They said our hands are tied, or they're just being kids, or we can't watch every child. That's fine. You have to watch every child, just the one that's causing the problem. If you don't want to do your job, then give it up and go do something else. Go do it. Go work in a pie factory. And sometimes these kids will take matters into their own hands. I'm not saying it's right, because all it does is just loses more kids. This one girl took a gun to school. She didn't shoot anybody, but she got arrested for it. And it's been, I think it said, 6 months in jail, in kids' jail. She didn't shoot anybody. I'm not saying what she done is right either. But when you get bullied so much and nobody wants to help you, nobody wants to put a stop to it, all they'll say is they give you that same fake smile and says, well, we'll look into it. Same thing happened to my school. Same thing happened with my niece and nephews. They were bullied. My niece, she almost lost an eye in kindergarten because a kid stabbed her in the eye with a pencil. And there was tears and blood trickling down her eye. She went to tell the teacher about it. And the teacher was like, oh, sit down. Oh, I don't want to hear about it. Go sit down. My sister took her daughter to the doctor later on and said if it had been 1 centimeter to the left or to the right, she would have lost that eye. My sister went to talk to that teacher about it. And they said, oh, she left early for the day. Well, that's convenient. Who are we really trying to protect here? Are we protecting the students? Or are they just protecting, or are all these officials just protecting their jobs? I thought the first priority were the kids. To me, I think you're just in the attitude that you do you and I'll do me. And then they wonder why they have all these killings and school shootings from former classmates, former students. Next time you hear that, just think about the hand you may have had in it. I'm not standing up for the guys that done this. No way am I doing that. I'm just saying. Before you're quick to judge by what you did or didn't do. Like I said, I've been bullied in class. I stood up. I fell down. I got back up. But they don't mess with me anymore. Because they don't have that plethora of friends. I had 5 guys came at me as a group. Not by themselves, but as a group. Because that's the only way they could deal with it. I took a chair to them. They left me alone. Now, I'm not saying what I did was right, but what they did wasn't right either. None of them went to their mommies and daddies and said that I used a chair on them. They just said, "Oh, he was wrestling and got roughed up." Well, you only got roughed up then. But I could have really effed you up if you wanted me to. If you kept on, you would have gotten it. And then I look back and I look at the way they are today. No problems whatsoever. None. I mean, what kind of life are you trying to create for yourself to be a bully? There's no future. There's no jobs out there for being a bully. It doesn't pay nothing either. Some people I know are either been married twice, no longer married, or they live in. I even heard one of my bullies lived in a car for a long time. So, before you start thinking about picking on a kid, think about this documentary that I watched. Some of the kids got so harassed they actually did take their lives. And that's sad because nobody heard their cry. Not the school officials, not the law enforcement, and in some cases, not their parents. So before you start to pick on somebody just because they're weird, or they look funny, or they dress funny, just think about what might happen before you push them over the edge. Just need to leave that person alone, because you might be a great friend one day. Too bad that some will never know it. My name is David Linville, and I approve of this message.